Uh, hey, this is Jasmine Poe, and tonight I will be talking about another social problem that affects the lives of children and young adolescents. Um, I was talking about depression and how that affects them, but I wanted to go with something more current and something more popular. So I chose to go with the the Juul e-cigarette, the whole e-cigarette branch. I wanted to cover that. I feel like this is a very popular topic, a current topic right now in the news for young individuals such as adolescents and children. Kids, well, people under individuals under in the under 19, you know that age, is very popular, is very, I guess, cool to smoke e-cigarettes. But the thing is, it has very uh, it has too many complications that come with it. I'm sorry, it really does. And a lot of kids, a lot of young individuals don't know until it actually happens to them. E-cigarettes, juuling, vaping, all of that, it actually can stop the your brain development in young people. So I feel like that is a really big problem, nowadays. And now that it's like, well, it was available, you can get tobacco, or you can get cigarettes and stuff. Well, kids could get, like, tobacco and all of the Juuls and vapes. It was accessible to them. You know what I mean? Even if they, if they were 18, they could get it, or you know what I mean? So it was just, it's a very I feel like it's a very big problem for kids right now. I feel like, this is something that should be tackled. And now in 2020, there has been a policy set out that kids, well, individuals under the age of 21 can't buy tobacco and tobacco products. And I feel like that is great, because you shouldn't want to like let the people, let the young individuals be able to buy that stuff if you know how harmful that is to everyone. Nicotine itself is just bad. You know what I mean? And juuling and vaping, it's advertised as, it's advertised as a lesser form, like it's not that bad as cigarettes, but in all actuality, it's even worse. So it's just not good. And I feel like that policy alone, like, it can cut back on a lot of the damages that could be had to smoking these things. I feel like, it's one step at a time. I feel like this policy is a step in the right direction. Now, of course, there is still ways for kids to, get their hands on it, but it won't be as bad now, and it won't be as easy for them to, which I feel like is that's how it should be. Or I mean, like, it shouldn't be none going on. It shouldn't be no buying of tobacco products at all. But it's better to draw a line or set a policy to cut it back than to let it go. Let the kids or young individuals do what they want. And you know what I mean? So I feel like that is a great policy for that. Yeah, I feel like this social problem, like I said before, it definitely affects a lot of lives. It affects not only the children and the young adolescents. It also affects their parents, their family, because whenever they do burn themselves with these e-cigarettes, or they do you know wind up with this yucky virus, or you know what I mean, they're not the ones that have to, like, I mean, they are the ones that deal with it, but it affects their family, or their guardians, the people that is around them. It affects them a lot too, because I know, like, if I was in that situation and I seen my little brother or my little sister smoking, and she or he ended up contracting a yucky mouth virus, like, I'm just gonna be like, wow, I could have stopped that, in some way. I could have, told them, like, yeah, this isn't the way that you would want to, relieve your stress, or this isn't, what you think is fun. I could have given them more facts, and actually talk to them, other than letting them go out and find out and find out the ugly truth for themselves. You know what I mean? So I feel like, yes, this problem does affect more than just young people, in that way. But yeah, so that's my social problem, and yeah, that's it.